Hello and welcome back! Side quests, side quests.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Kaboom. I wasn't paying attention. Where do I need to go for that one? Oh. The hunt board. Cool. I like when it makes me have to do my own work. I haven't decided yet if that's sarcasm or not. I wish the game was more consistent about making you use the hunt board, because there's only like 3 quests that make you do it. But I'd be lying if I didn't say it was actually kind of neat to make you have to use the hunt board. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't neat. So, I guess that's my way of saying I actually do like it quite a bit. Aruno! It makes the quest feel less like a fetch quest. It makes it more like, oh, I'm actually going out and doing something with my life.
She can't kick this up. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Oh, thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Alrighty. And unfortunately, I think we're going to have to talk to Blackthorn. So we're actually have to go back over there. So let's quickly just see where the hunt is now. And maybe I'll remember. Three reads. I know where this is. It's right there. In the obvious boss arena. So yeah, we'll get that there. Boom, boom, easy, easy.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Awesome. And I again was not paying attention. Do I need to talk with Blackthorn first? Yeah. I'm just reading in the Fire Emblem Reddit. I don't know. I'm behind on my Letterboxd reviews. I have a Letterboxd, and I log movies as soon as I've seen them, or sometimes right before I actually start watching them, as long as I know I'm going to finish it. But every once in a while I get behind on the actual reviews, and I'm 4 movies behind right now. But I'm not doing that, of course.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Okay. Just because I don't want to forget where it is, we're doing this one first. Whoops. for some reason, despite recording a ton of videos, I still have the Xenoblade controls. Actually, I know I have the Xenoblade controls in me because I've been played it since I last recorded. What a banger, Xenoblade X. Like, I think I already said the story how I like waited for it to come to Switch because the eShop was down, so I couldn't get the patch. I was like really required to play, and I had a feeling like, anyways, I was like, oh, it's gonna be on the Switch anyways. And I'm so glad. It is one of the best looking Switch games I've played, and it's a Wii U game. That's the insane part. A Wii U game's the best looking Switch game. That's how good looking it is. Those devs at Monolith Soft are some of the best in the industry. Like, oh, I will pay any game that they develop. Because they're just that good. I like how this guy has the name of Carrot. He's the ultimate snack, I guess. Boom. So, I guess I'm just tired. That's why I'm not speaking a ton. But no, Xenoblade X is an impressive game. And the open world is great. I'd heard it's open world compared to Breath of the Wild, which is my favorite game of all time. I was itching my nose, like I always am when I almost miss things like that. And I think the world itself is as good, if not better. I think the things in the world aren't as interesting as Breath of the Wild, but it is a very... I'm currently kind of just not doing the main story, and I'm kind of just exploring, getting all the markers down, and I'm having a ton of fun with the game. So it is a delightful game, and I'm so glad I'm playing it. I'm so glad it's on Switch. It's crazy to think the entire Xenoblade series is on the Switch. It's also crazy to think that the entire Final Fantasy series is on PlayStation, except it isn't. The first MMO 11 isn't, which I guess is kind of more understandable, but the 13 games aren't. Even the Xbox has them because of backwards compatibility, and supposedly they're enhanced versions. Because from my understanding, the 360 versions are almost as bad as the PC versions. Well, they're worse in different ways. The PC versions of 13 supposedly just don't run without mods, except for Lightning Returns, where the Xbox versions are... they look way worse. So they're technologically inferior, at least the 360 ones. Supposedly, the Xbox One and Series X versions actually are pretty good. So, I don't know. I can't remember what I mentioned where. But like, the Square Enix Super Sale, I actually own all the mainline games, even though, other than 14 now, even the ones I haven't played. So I own the PC versions of 13, but would they if they were to release 13 Trilogy on Nintendo or PlayStation, I would play it on those instead of my PC any day. I prefer gaming. I prefer big games on console. I play games on my PCs, but when I play on my PC, my laptop, I'd rather it be games like Minecraft, Sims, smaller, more sim-like games. Big, epic games I prefer playing console. And that just be how it is. Be how it is.
That was definitely anything but ordinary.
It's just a marble. Notice how I'm using so much less potions in most fights these days. I think I'm genuinely getting better at this game.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It's just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Alrighty. Oh, so it's not the amount I could carry. They're actually made better. Is he going to tell me how much better? No. Okay. I saw there was 3 upgrades, but I couldn't remember there being... Oh, I needed to speak with Taria this whole time. I just don't pay attention. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I'm here still. Yeah, I saw it. Probably there's 3 upgrades. It's like after I didn't remember the potency being increased twice. So after I got that one first, I was like, that's done. Then the like capacity increase is so large, and I was like, is there a 3rd one? Is there a 3rd one? There was. We're done, I think, with most of the plus icon quests. There's gonna be another Blacksmith Blues. There's gonna be another Torgal one.
How can we learn to be clever like Miss Midadol?
I want to say that's the end of them, though. Because we're done with, like, the potion storyline. To my knowledge, like, I could be wrong. I couldn't remember there's 3 or 4 Blacksmith Blues. The previous one I forgot about.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Okay. I don't know which one's here, but I'll do it. Oh, you know what's on the way to that quest? The Huntsport. So I guess we're doing it too. So we're actually, again, I had no plans of doing Huntsports this video, but I guess we're doing possibly 2 if I run into that guy. I don't know where he is in Lost Ring though. I have a feeling he's like inside. Whoa. Doors closed. Oh my gosh. I don't... Where am I? Where... Have I been in there before? Oh, yeah. Huh. I'm a little lost. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna find that hunt guy? Because there's no way he's at the exit. Yeah, where is he? The lighting kind of makes it hard to see around here, though. It's so dark and moody. Hey, Hunt Guy, where are you? I want to kill you. I feel like murdering. Damn, okay. In Lost Wing my ass. Have I ever been over here? Ever? I don't think I have. Huh. Maybe we won't be doing this quest, Arunicus. Not quest, hunt boards, Arunicus. Because I literally cannot see where he is. Literally cannot. I would have... Maybe he's at the entrance? Like, I know there's a hunts board. Here. But also like... No. I just don't see him at all. He's invisible. He's blending in with the blue. I feel like I've been almost everywhere in Lost Wing. So does he just not exist? Or something? It was like, I would have thought I'd seen him by now. That's... Yeah, just to hear. Oh, he gets to move on with the side quest? Wait, what's over here? Have I been over here? No, I haven't. No, I wonder... I bet... He's over there. In the cellar passage. Because there really isn't room for a fight here. But there... Absolutely. And what, this is the cellar passage? For a second, it loaded the old aesthetic. Ah. No. I don't know how to get to it. Is it this way? That's this way. But also, like, it's a cellar passage, so it's not above the ground. I mean, this was only like 50 episodes ago that I did this. Why can't I remember? It's not that. What's this? Yeah, it's this! Yeah, that was only like 55 episodes ago that I went through this last. And if there's not a hunt over here, I'm going to look like a fool because I've literally wasted video time on this. So what he's done over there here, point and laugh. Point and laugh. Oh wow. So nice. Yay! Even I think, oh, I'm in Lost Wing. I might as well just do the hunt because it's right there. And of course, no, I'm just wrong. Dude, you're a bigoted piece of crap. I'm gonna delight in killing you in your stupid ass.
You'll regret doing my mother's bidding.
Yeah, I agree with you, Clive Rosfeld. Come on. Get better, dude. You're bad. You're bad. Boom. Oh, yeah. Take some of my mega flares. Boom. Eventually, I'm going to get rid of that wind up, but I haven't yet. Ow. Limit. And that. Boom. And just look at the damage go up. And my health go up. What? Didn't go that high. I'm underwhelmed. I'm disappointed. At least my health's going. Oh, what? Yeah, one motion was enough to fully do that. Which is nice. Especially because I have a lot of HP these days. From being awesome. Yeah, you suck at your job, dude. Come on, hit me, you little fligamorph. Oh, that's right, you suck. You're stupid. And I'm gonna end your stupid face with my big, strong, sexy face. Yeah. I love how we're doing all these side quests and hunts while Jill's like kidnapped and maybe even dead. We don't know how Jill is, and we're just wasting time doing all this. Clive Rosfeld's so good. He's just the best. Oh yeah, that was satisfying. Woohoo!
Your work here is done.
Yeah. We'll just go there and I'll ride Chocobo. I'll ride Ambrosia over to where I need to go. It'll be easier at that point, quite honestly, than going through Lost Wing again. But hey, at least we actually had to do dirty work for once. For once, I didn't just know exactly where it was.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I think I'd actually looked for that hunt before and I gave up in my casual playthrough. But it makes sense that would be in the Stellar Passage area. I will say one of the best things about the Change of the Sky is the enemies in the overworld have been changed and are more difficult. The problem is I'm still level 38, they're still level 33, which means L ratio, loser, loser, loser. I'll ignore the bombs because they don't matter and they're weak and they don't matter. There we go, that's what I need.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Yeah, these aren't the size of curls. So is there something bigger? Or did I just not pay enough attention to know what was actually just said? It's always possible. Yeah, I'll just... Oh, yeah. Thanks for bringing the enemy closer. Okay, I wasn't going to do this. Oh, there's more enemies than I thought. I thought there was just... I thought there was just 3. But there isn't. Keep going. Come on. There we go. And now I laser beam you. You know, I actually think I like the fire breath more than impulse. I think it would actually be nice to have big boy laser beam and then the fire, so small boy laser beam. Because I actually think they both justify their existence.
Hopefully one will be enough.
Easy. Dubs.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service, but my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Kaboom, kaboom. You see, for some reason that's still there, though. I encountered that in my first playthrough, too.
Clive, I wanted to give you something for the kindness you showed my mentor.
What's this?
A chest of all the medicines you're ever likely to need. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you might as well take a part of the infirmary with you.
I'm sure it will be very helpful indeed. And Taya, try not to work too hard.
And work Rodrigo all the harder, you mean? He's a quick study. but he's got a long way to go yet. I'll take that particular piece of advice when you heed it yourself, thank you very much. Besides, who else is going to see that your brother takes his medicine?
Who indeed?
All right, and that is going to be the end of this video. We'll finish off the other quests next video and hopefully progress with the main story. Goodbye.